Hi team, good morning. Let me unmute you all. All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Good morning, guys. So were you guys able to practice what we learned yesterday, the basics of XPath? Did any of you try few examples? Any further questions on that? Okay, okay, good. Some of you have done it.
Hi, Ramu.
Hi.
This is Jyoti.
Hi, Jyoti.
Where is the video you said? I didn't see video. Where is the video for the yesterday's lecture being posted somewhere?
It should be in the go.it learn site. Did you check there?
Yeah, all I see is like I think I didn't see the video for it. For
Oh,
me, it doesn't show as a video.
okay. Fine. Let me. Karthik just updated me that he has uploaded it. So let me check with him and then I'll ping you.
Yeah, it was not the video.
Okay, I see. Sure. Let me talk to Karthik and after the session I will get back to you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's quickly recap what we learned yesterday. Right. So we started with XPath, right? Yes, there are like multiple locators in Selenium, like you can use ID, class name, what else, link text, CSS selector, but XPath is the most commonly used uh, method for identifying an element, right? So it is dynamic. You can like identify any attribute, whether it's a static value or a changing value. So that is the reason most of the testers prefer XPath, right? So the basic syntax is it will start with the double slash, since we always prefer to pick from the current node that whichever you're trying to automate. So it will start with the double slash and I will give the tag name. Tag name could be the input or div or whatever image, and then the specific attribute at attribute whose equivalent value is matching, right? So these are some of the examples.
Ramu, can you
The
give
tag,
another example with the syntax, please? Just to, like,
sure,
the syntax is easy to memorize, but if we could show, like, this is the attribute, this is the tag name, and this is the value, that would help.
okay, right. Let's say let's pick something random. Okay, let me inspect this. Selenium plus Java, right? It's a div class, and it's having attributes like image with a source link. It's a class and add attribute as well. Okay, so let me try to find the XPath for this. Let me open a crop path. So before I proceed, I didn't like show you guys the other way to find an XPath as well. So apart from this crop path, we can also do a right click. Sorry, rather than on the element which you're trying to identify, right? So once you have spied the element, the specific line gets highlighted in the element console. Just do a right click, copy XPath. So that is also an option. And if I paste it, you will see the XPath as well here, right? It says double slash. So let
Can
me
you do
confirm
that
whether.
one more time, Ramu?
Okay. Just once the element is highlighted in the console, right? Just right click on it. Go to copy and then copy XPath.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
But is there any discrepancy the way you copy like this to when we are copying from Crowpath? Is it different or is it the same?
So sometimes. For example, this looks okay, right? Basically, this is saying the ID value is P1, and then it's finding the image. Let me take another example. Maybe we can go back to YouTube just to give you an example. I'll go to my crow path as well. Say I want to spy this history, right? So as you can see, it's having an input tag XPath and the text is history, right? So if I go to the XPath using the right click option, and if I paste it here, you see the difference. It's not a straightforward XPath. It says input tag, the ID is endpoint, and then it's saying something like paper item, which I'm not sure what it is. I don't see anything like paper item here, and then it's saying /YT formatted string.
Right.
So this is not a very straightforward way, right? Rather, what I would prefer to do is I would like to identify this using this text, which is much easier.
So can you explain the text again? Like, it's a little confusing because when you clicked on inspect, there were multiple lines highlighted with the previous example.
Oh, right. So okay, but you're clear why I didn't. I don't prefer to do this right click, right? So the XPath which I copied from right click is not very clear to me, right? It says an ID and then some other tag, which I don't see it here. So I'm not very convinced this is the right ID. As you see, right, there are 29 matches.
So
So
you're saying
rather
don't copy like right click with expat. That's what I'm understanding. Going with the first way you're saying?
copy with your XPath. If it is very straightforward, like if it says contains text equal to history, then use that. Right? If you find it something different, something ambiguous like this, then preferably write your own XPath using this option, the crow path option.
Is it absolute
right?
path or what? Is it an absolute
This
path?
is no, it's not absolute. If you see, right, it's directly looking for the ID endpoint, which is a parent, immediate parent of this tag. There is should be an ID called tag, right? If you see here.
So I
The
have a
ID
question, Ramu, because yesterday you told about the parent and child. Can you explain that? Like it was not clear, since you're finding the expat, you said first find out what is the parent, then the child. So it was a little confusing. What do we copy in the expat? Do we copy the parent node or the child node? Like, how do
Oh,
we know
sure.
what is a parent? How do we know what is a child? And what do we copy in the a left window like crow path, like, just to try to map it like.
Sure. For the moment, forget about parent. Let's focus only on the immediate XPath, whichever you're trying to identify. So, right. So, as I was seeing this example, I want the XPath of history. I'm clicking it. You see a line highlighted, right? Immediately, the immediate line at the bottom.
Yes.
Which is right. So, if I say copy the outer XPath directly, and I put it in a notepad, I'm getting a value. This could be, you can try using this, but I'm not very convinced, or neither am I very clear about this XPath, right? So it says paper item YT, so I'm not very convinced. So what I will do is I will not use this, rather I will try to write my own XPath, which will be more simpler and clear to me. So let me put a double slash, and I necessarily don't need the tag name, since I'm going to identify this using the text. So I'll put a star, open square brace, close square brace. I'm saying I'll use a text property equals single quote, put this copy this value, whichever I'm trying to identify, and hit an enter. I see a match. So if I put these two XPaths one below the other, which one will you prefer?
I think the second one is easy
Second
when
one,
you're
right?
telling. Yeah.
Exactly.
So now the question is, when we're doing web designing, if I do my web element identification with the first method, do you think my scripts would fail if I rerun those multiple times because following the former method?
No, absolutely not. It will work. It will work. It should work, definitely. There is no reason for it to fail. It's just that it is trying to take the parent-child hierarchy rather than a simpler method.
Okay, got you. So the first one is the parent-child. Okay.
Parent-child, yeah. So if you see, right, it says ID equal to endpoint, and if I come down, you can see that there is an ID endpoint just above, and within that tag we have this YT format string.
Okay, so
Just
then
that
With the syntax, you said, for example, XPath is equal to tag name. Tag name would be the history in your example?
No, tag name is the text. Whichever comes
Tag name
between
is
the
the
two
text.
tags, right? Text, yeah. Sorry, I mean the history is the text. The tag name is YT format string. This is the tag name. So
Okay,
either yeah. So I can put it this way as well. So instead of star, I can also mention the tag name.
yeah, I'm going with the syntax that you gave, XPath,
All right.
tag name,
All right.
like, you know, so how do we tie that? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Sure. So you can start practicing using the tag name only. So here double slash, you see the tag name, right? YT formatted string. It is at the
Yes.
beginning of any tag usually. So that is, I put the tag name, and then I'm saying open braces my attribute, and what is the attribute value.
So attribute could be text, attribute could be anything else.
Anything, absolutely. But here I don't find any other attribute. So maybe the only other attribute I can see is class. So let's try class. So let me copy this again.
Ramu, I have one question. Like there are
Yeah.
like different ways of finding the XPath, right?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. The first one which we saw was like attribute equals to value, and then we've seen text,
Yes.
and then the contains. So like while running the automated test script, like how do we know like which method to use for which test script? Like
There is no specific rule. So as long as you're able to identify it, it's fine. But preferably you use an ID. So usually IDs are unique. So try to, if there is an ID for the element, always go with the ID. That will be predominantly a unique element, unique factor in identifying the element. If you don't have an ID, go for a text.
so we can take any of the syntaxes.
Absolutely. You can use ID, text, class name, a link. If there's a link, you can find using the link name. If there's a partial link, you can do that as well. So I see. Let's forget text. Let me try to see if there's a match using the class value. All right. So I'm just mentioning / the same tag name, and then I'm just changing the attribute to class value. Let me copy this. If I put it here, you see there are 29 elements matching, because the same class is being reused in multiple elements.
So you should only go for a unique one, or with only with one element in this case, then if it's 29.
You have to go with the unique one. So either I can go with this history because this is unique, or I can try to combine both the class and this text value. Either
So
since yeah.
why do we have to go with the unique? Like,
Because I'm going to perform some action on this element, right? I'm trying to click this history element text, right? So only if Selenium is able to identify this particular element uniquely, it can do a click or any other action.
oh, okay, got you. So if it's having 29 elements, so it wouldn't know what to click on.
Absolutely, it will fail. It will immediately fail, saying cannot find the element.
So it has to be one-to-one match.
Absolutely.
So then coming to your table, so you have CP XPath and relative XPath. So what do we
Right.
use on a daily basis? Do we use it on when you're automating the test scripts? Do we use both of these functions or either one of those?
Preferably the relative XPath. So
Relative XPath.
let's see what is the relative XPath here. So if you see, right, they have used a straightforward XPath. So let me copy this as well, and let me put it here.
So why did you say it's only preferably relative and not the CPath? Would you be able to clarify further on that?
Sure. Before that, are you clear with this XPath, which the CROPath is giving me? It is using the
Yes.
contains word and
Yes.
okay.
Thank
Fine.
you.
Yeah. And CP XPath is also similar to relative, I believe. So let me click on that. Yeah, it's almost the same. So I don't see any major difference. I'm not sure what is the full form, but it's almost the same as relative XPath. So we do get that value. Maybe, but the other selectors you can try using CSS. So let me try this. Okay, so if you see, the CSS seems to be a little bit complex to me, right? So such a big XPath, right? So I wouldn't prefer to use this.
CSS
Or
XPath. Okay.
yeah, otherwise I have the absolute, which is going to be equally complex as well, right? So if
Yes, it's
anyone say, right, yeah. So mainly the relative XPath will allow anyone to understand what is the XPath doing, rather than these CS selectors or the other absolute XPaths.
so you have the choice what you want to do. So, but normally
Absolutely.
it's preferable to
Yeah,
use relative because the complexity is simple versus the others.
exactly, right?
Okay, thank you.
Because right. So if you're the only person working on this automating any project, then it's okay. You will know that you're doing this. But say tomorrow, if you are automating something and I have to come and start continue what we're doing, and if
Yeah.
I look at your XPath, I will have no idea what is this. No? Such a complex language. So preferably keep things simple. That is the idea. So anybody coming
So
in
what
tomorrow
in
will know.
case, see, because most of the
Mhm.
job websites are asking, do you know CSS or absolute, in terms of this, then how
Mhm.
do we explain in an interview standpoint? I always prefer relative XPath. How would we justify this? Why am I not using CSS or absolute? So could we define it as saying that it's complex to
Uh,
identify an element?
Not necessarily complex. You can also write your own CSS selectors. So we can write your own CSS selector XPath. It's just that in terms of preference and yes, complexity, the related XPath is much easier.
Okay,
So
thank you.
right, and you can also mention usually automation it comes in a tight schedule, right? So the developers might take 6 months to develop the application, but for automating you might be given only 2 or 3 months, and so
Okay.
your priority is to automate it correctly and quickly, and I will look for the easiest way to do my automation rather than exploring different forms of experts.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's justifiable.
absolutely.
And also,
So the idea is to yeah
Ramu, I
yeah
think also if there's any changes, if they make maybe down the road, the absolute XPath may fail if they
hmm
make any changes in the website.
right, absolutely, that is a good point as well. Yeah,
Ramo, good question.
yeah. Go ahead.
So this just JavaPath, is this available for other browsers as well, or it's just for Chrome? So if we are not using Chrome, let's say for Firefox, what tool will we be using there?
Firefox, you might be having a different plugin. That's a Firebug. I believe whether that is deprecated. I'm not sure what is the one plugin, but ChromePath is available only for Chrome.
So how do we search for other web browsers? How will we name it and searching for that kind of tool?
Just a Google. I'm not sure. Just see because predominantly I've been using. So you see, right? It is Firebug, so you can try Firebug as well.
Okay.
So this is similar to XPath.
Firebug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Firebug, yeah. So predominantly we use Chrome, and maybe Firefox is the next one. But for Edge, I don't believe we have any specific plugin. We will have, in those cases you will have to use the right click option or write your own XPath.
So
Because
Firebug
if
is for
Okay.
Firefox, you say?
yeah, right.
And how about Safari?
But Safari, I haven't
We
had
have
a
to use
chance.
others.
Yeah. But team, I'm saying don't worry about this at all. In fact, if you see, I'm not even clicking this. I mean, copying this once from the time we started the sessions. I have always been writing down my own experts. So it's
Okay.
just for the clarity for you guys. I just showed this. If you are stuck or if it's very complex, in those cases you can just go and click on this and copy. But always write your own experts. You don't need a Firebug or ChromePath. You're getting it. So even without this, right now, let me close this ChromePath screen. Do a right click.
Yeah, but
So
when we have different browser testing, we definitely have to write our own expats because customers don't only use from Chrome, but they could be using from Firefox or Safari. We'll have to think on those
right,
scenarios.
sure. So if you see, I'm not even looking at this, going to this right section, right? So I have written down my own XPath, and I'm just doing control F within the element console, and I'm seeing a match, single match. Are you able to see that there is one match only for my XPath which I wrote down? You guys can see, right?
Can you,
Yeah,
can you again demonstrate?
Yeah, how you
Okay.
got that console?
Okay, let me cancel this. I'm trying to close this other window. Give me a second, guys, just to, because I think it comes by default. All right, so okay, let's assume I'm not in the crow path view. I don't even need my crow path. I know I'm trying to click on history or whatever library. I will take your notepad, write down your XPath, copy that, come to the console mode, click inside this rectangular section where you have the console elements, right? Click inside to a controller. You will get a edit bar like this. Paste your element, and you should get a single match.
So okay. So can you?
Right?
So you. Okay. So Ramu. So basically, you clicked on the find the element from the after the inspect, and then what did
Yeah.
you do after that?
Okay.
Once you
Let
got
me
the
repeat.
HTML code for it,
Okay. HTML, right?
inspect. Yes.
Right. Just click inside the section anywhere in this section. The element
Okay.
anywhere here or here. So I'll just click on it. Do a Control F in your keyboard, and immediately you will get a typing bar like this. It says, right, find by string, selector, or XPath.
Right.
So just
And
go
then
to your notepad,
that?
copy, put it there, and immediately it will show how many were found or not found. You'll see this one of one.
This is what you copied over there is the XPath you copied from for the history icon.
Yes, the XPath which I wrote on my own without going through crowpath or anything.
Oh, you wrote your own. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So similarly, if I do say library, so I just
Sorry, I'm jumping between, but your like example doc, right? You gave yesterday. So the star you used, right, in the first example in the notepad.
Yeah.
So can you go to the
Good.
notepad?
Okay.
In the first example, you used a star and then the next syntax for the XPath.
Tag,
It
yeah.
is only used when we are using the text, searching with the text.
Yes.
Because the examples of 3 and 4, we are not using the star syntax. So that star syntax is only for the when you are searching with the text of the particular element.
Yes, usually the text is unique, right? So that is the reason I'm using star. So it doesn't matter what is the tag. I'm saying just find me the element which has a matching text.
Oh, okay. Okay, doesn't matter the tag. Okay.
Yeah.
So
But if you're going with the attribute, then obviously for that attribute you have to tell which is the tag, right? So usually tag is the first option, and then we go to the attributes, right? So without the tag, you cannot identify an attribute unless it is a text.
Okay.
Just to add on it, if you use star when you don't know the tag name, so like if you don't understand what is the tag name, with the star you put it, so it will take it it could be anything, whatever the tag name could be, but the rest it will follow you what element you are finding in that particular website. That would explain it.
Absolutely, yeah. And also say even if I try without for other elements, if you try without a tag, I don't think it will work. So that could be the reason. So just try it, guys. Let me know. Try using star tag without, and then try to use an element other than text, and see if it works. Right?
Oh, it works only for the text, you mean?
Yes, it will say either there are multiple matches or no match found because you are not specifying the tag.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes, guys. I think we should get started.
I have one question. So can you just search IT learn and inside like I just try to find one element like I'm not able to find it with the tag actually like it's even the relative path is just click on enter.
Okay. Right. So what is the element you're trying to identify?
Scroll down. This IT. I just want to click on the scroll up. I mean the channel itself it will be there. Can you scroll up?
This one.
This one. This subscribe. This one. Yeah. This IT learn. This one. Here, like yeah.
The
That
right.
element.
Okay, so let me spy it. Okay, so what does it say? It is having an ID, text, title, class, and the text. Right. So in this case, right, IT learn is going to be repeated all over this page, right? So obviously text might not give you a single result. So let me try it anyway. Right, I don't even care what is the tag because I'm trying with the text now. So let me copy this to a controller. There are 67 matches. So in that case, you will need to identify some another attribute. So clearly this alone is not helping me. So let's go to the tag again. YT form ID is text, title is type. So let me try this class. It could maybe filter down. Right, star contains. So it is within the same tag, right? So okay, title class, or I can use and also, anything is fine. And // at class equals, and I need to add the tag. So let me try adding the tag, right? So // tag name at class value. So let's try if there is a better match for this. It says 0 match. Okay, let me try putting this. Let me check my XPath again. I'm saying formatted string, okay, and I'm saying at class value equal to style scope YTD channel name. So this looks fine. So let me try with the class alone just to confirm if it is a correct XPath. Okay, so it is a correct XPath. So I'm missing some. Okay, so can you guys tell me what is the mistake I'm making? There's a mistake in this XPath. That is why it didn't return anything. I didn't open the braces here for the second part of the XPath. Okay, still I see an error. Okay, let me try to read this. Contains. So let me try to put it the other way. So as you can see, guys, it's a lot of trial and error. So the more you practice, the more you get to know this, right? So
Actually, you just put only one braces, I guess.
right, yeah. So let me see this now. So I'm opening usually. Let me go back to my document. Am I missing something here? Where is my and? Okay, what is it I do?
You have to use and class, not with the slashes.
No, it is. Oh, right. Okay, but I'm closing the braces here. Plus and class at class title equal to. Okay, let's try this, guys. This is wrong. And star. So let's try this. IT learn, right? Where was I? Okay, let me first confirm if my first match is there. Okay, I'm getting 2 matches for this channel name, right? Now I would like to add another attribute, and I'm saying what is it I'm trying to do? Star. Come on. At class equal to, sorry, I'm in the wrong page. I'll come back to you. Who was this? Was it Zaid?
So
I'll come back to you by the end of the session because it's already 30 minutes and we have not even started it. So we'll come back before the end of session.
A quick question, Ramo, is my concern is, can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, my question or concern is that let's say if we are about to automate one page which has buttons, pictures, and things like that, it seems like it's going to take forever to automate just one page if we go with this this process. Is there no better way to kind of speed up the process? Then, because just imagine if we have this page like you have it open right now, how many items we see here? Probably about 50. And if we start doing the and finding the links for that for 50 items, it's going to take forever. So there has to be a faster way. Like I was thinking, just probably record it first, and then just wherever is failing to change that item, or we do it this way from the start, from the scratch. I mean, it's just going to be taking forever.
So that is where we create a framework, right? So basically, a framework is a process where I'm going to create reusable components. When I say reusable component, say I will create functions which will do a click for me. Say click on something or type something for me, right? So I'm saying create a function for type, say tester. So I will create such reusable functions which will do a click, which will do a select, which will do a type, and all the actions that you can perform on a web page. Select from a drop down, and using these reusable components, I will just pass the different data.
So what you're saying is it's going to take time, but it's going to take only one time, and then later on you can just kind of
absolutely exactly. So it's all about the passing the different names. Say click on futures, about any or pricing, but the function will be only one click function, which I would have created in my framework.
Yeah, I mean, to be clear a little bit more, creating this page takes a lot of time for developer to just build this one. As a tester, we will have a lot of time to even figure out those things. So once you figure it out, then it's going to be easy 1, 2, 3. So we need to have time.
Right. So the first 2-3 months are critical. So building the framework or whatever, and then you just keep on maintaining it. All right, guys. I think we should really get started, guys. Some of them are already been waiting for it. Okay, let me start from the document, whatever we were saying yesterday, right? And I'll come back to this, whichever it didn't work, right? We'll sort it out. Okay, yeah. So then the next set of experts will see about the parent-child relationship and the siblings. So what is a sibling? Let me take this site. I found this site yesterday, so let me try this. Again, guys, I am trying to take the simplest of examples just to reduce the complexity. Okay, and right, yeah. So you see this menu options, right? Rediff mail, money, business mail, etc., videos, whatever. Now there could be scenarios during automation where you will know only the name of, say, business email, and this value money could be changing every day. Like it could be money one, tomorrow it could be something cash, currency, and this videos could become something like audio tomorrow, depending on the functionality. And I know the only static element in this page is this business email, and the test case will require me to go and click on that previous value which is dynamically changing, or the next value which is dynamically changing. So basically all these elements that you see here fall under a single parent. They are like siblings. Money is a sibling of business email, videos is a sibling, and to show it in the tag, let me click on it. Right, if you see here, it's an href, right? So it says ahref. All these ahref values come under the div class. So div is the parent class. Under that I have multiple siblings or childs. So the first one could be email, second one could be money, third is the business email, and so on, right? So when there's a need for me to click on one of these childs based on the position of the other, I go for the following sibling option or the preceding sibling. All right, so let's see an example. So it's vital that you understand the structure first more than anything else. So I have a parent, I have multiple childs. and each of these cells are siblings of each other. Are you guys with me so far?
How you identify which one is a parent?
Okay, you see this tag, right? Ahref, Ahref. They are like coming one below the other, right?
Yeah.
And all these Ahref are coming under one single div class, isn't it?
That's
so
right.
Generally, if you have a class, and if there are like specific elements falling under that class, that means that the top one is the parent. And if I close that parent, all the child should be collapsed.
Okay, so with that arrow, you can identify it's a parent and you click on it and there further it is divided.
It's
So those are siblings.
divided.
Those are
Exactly.
siblings or those are child? How you identify in that?
Sibling.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you see the Ahref and the next Ahref is in the same line as the first one.
Okay.
It is not going within the first Ahref, right? So the second one goes as part of the first one, then the second Ahref is the child of the first Href.
Okay.
But
Within that
since
will come, then it will be child, but within the same href, it's
parent,
coming, so that's a sibling. Parent and then sibling.
exactly.
Okay, got it.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
This parent has so many siblings, right? So only if the structure is like this, you can write an XPath for a siblings, following sibling or a preceding sibling. If there is a some further childs like parent or ancestor parent child, then we cannot use following sibling. It has to be a parent child relationship, right? So let's assume I'm in this I know the value of only this one element, and the other siblings values keep changing, but I do want to click on the any one of the sibling. So the previous sibling is called the precedent sibling, and the next sibling will be called the following sibling in terms of XPath. So let me go to my document. Where is it? All right, so I have written down the XPath directly here. So as I was saying, right, I know the value of only one sibling. So let's assume what we were talking about business email, right? So maybe let me replace it with business email. Where is the value? I need the text. Again, the text is a unique factor, right? Wherever we go, where is the text? Just a minute, guys. I'm trying to find the text for this value. Yeah, so I have found the text. Let me copy the XPath to my notepad. Okay, so I have an XPath. Now I'm trying to find the, let's say I don't want this sibling, I want the other sibling, which is business email. Let me copy that. Right, okay. So now let's first confirm whether this specific element is getting identified. Right, so as you see, right, there is a match. It is able to identify this specific element. Now I assume the previous value is something else. It's XYZ or something that keeps changing every minute. But I would like to click on the previous element. So in that case, the XPath would be something like this. It's called preceding sibling. I'll use the same text which I found and then put a double slash and say preceding sibling and pick the first preceding sibling. So let me just copy this, or let me type this, right? We will get to know. I'll just confirm the syntax once more. It's a double slash preceding hyphen sibling. So double slash preceding hyphen sibling. So as you see, if I just hit an enter, there is no match. So the syntax is not complete. I will add 2 double colons, and immediately it's saying there are 10 matches. Right. So let me confirm my, yeah, there are 10 matches. Now, the previous sibling is also having the A tag, right? The tag is A. So let me mention the tag alone. A text business siblings colon A colon. 1 minute, guys. We need to get that tag exactly, otherwise it would not work. So just let's ensure the tag is exactly matching. Yeah. So you see, right, it's immediately pointing to the previous sibling, preceding sibling. So since I've given money, it's showing the preceding sibling, which is rediff mail. If I make this to some other value, right, say videos, 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 and it's showing the immediate preceding sibling, which is the business email. So we have to ensure the tag name is specific. So it should be / preceding -sibling, : and then the tag of that sibling. So if I just do and say just mention the tag alone, it will show me all the matching siblings. There are multiple siblings, right? So it's showing all the siblings. If you see, it's saying rediff. So this is the first sibling, second sibling, third sibling. Say if I want only the second sibling to be highlighted, I just do enter the number 2 or 1 or whatever.
Ramu, just a question. How you identified that business email is a text? Like it could be anything, since here it's in within 2 quotes. Earlier you showed the example in YouTube, it was in those in arrows.
Between tags. No, it's still between a tag, right? If you see, the href tag is opening, it's closing, the text is coming here, and again the text is tag is closing, right? It's the same template.
Okay.
It's just that there are some additional tags,
Yeah.
so don't worry about that. As long as you see a text like this within double quotes, it's a text between 2 tags.
Okay, then it's easy to identify that it's within double quotes, then you can identify it. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right. All right, so now let's assume now we have seen preceding sibling, right? Let's assume I want to find the following sibling. Say find rediff mail, I want to the script to click on the next immediate sibling, and I don't know the name, what is the value or text or whatever. So in that case, I will just change this value to following following sibling : and the tag is A, right? It's the same tag. And if you see, it's showing the immediate siblings are both of, there are 2 after videos, so it's showing both. So let's say if I want to click on the next one alone, I just pass 1 and it should show only the next one. There's a 1 match. If I want to skip the enterprise and I say click on the second next matching sibling, I'll just pass the value 2. All right, so let me put it here for you guys. This is following sibling, and preceding sibling is something like this. Is it clear, guys?
Yeah, can you go it over in what circumstances we use those kind of scenario?
Sure. So there will be scenarios when you automate any application where only one element is not changing, the name of the element or the value of the property. Let's say in this case videos, and I know the videos tag or the videos name will always be present in the website, but the other associated siblings, right, they will keep on changing. This could be like something else, text. This could be something like currency, and tomorrow it could change to cash. This could change to something else. But I want the script to go and click on these associated siblings. So without knowing that actual name of that sibling, I would like to click a script to click on it based on the position of the static element.
This is the which one would be static? I mean, do we need to know which one is static?
I'm just trying to give you an example. It could be any one value. It could be only this is static or this is static, and the other elements keep on changing dynamically. That's what happened in any website, right? So you go to any website, news website, so say this these things are static, right? But the news is going to keep on changing every day. So based on this position, I will ask the script to perform any action on the other dynamic elements.
So as somebody asked you, how do you identify which one is the parent classes and then which is your
child
sibling classes, right? So I mean, as I understood, all the div or the division from the HTML or CSS started, and in between when the href is all the links. So all the links inside the links would be the child, but as long as it's under a paragraph or under a href those
Okay,
are
so
all the link, right?
yeah, so to make it simple, let me write it down. Maybe that would make more sense. Div. So this is a parent, right? So div class whatever, and then again I have an a tag. Copy this. So this is a very simple example of a parent having 4 siblings.
Got it.
Right.
Those are
Right. So
siblings
based
or
on the push, I mean this parent has 4 childs, and each of these 4 are siblings of each other. This is a
all the
sibling.
A's are siblings to each other, and
Each
Div
other.
has 4
Yes.
children, which are all A.
Right. Exactly. Parent, child, and then this is sibling of child. I mean, do I make sense? Right. So all these
great.
are, yeah, right. So now let's see a parent-child, strictly a parent-child relationship alone. Do A. It would be something this image. Some or other next. Do it make sense? And then I'll close the image. I'm saying closing the first child, closing the second previous child, and then closing the parent. So this is purely an example of a parent-child. Yes.
Got it. Thank you. That's clear.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's see the example for parent-child. So we saw preceding sibling and following sibling. Now the next one would be a direct parent-child relationship. Let's take another website for this QA owner. All right, so what is it that I'm trying to do here? Let me see the example. Okay, we are seeing the employers drop down. There's okay, contains text post parent. Okay, where is the post? All right, so this is the example which I found. So as you see, right, the employer is a parent here, and it has 2 childs, post a project or find a freelancers. Now let's assume I know the value of this child alone. I know that the text is having something called post, and based on this child position, I would like the script to identify the parent name or parent element. Got it? So so this is a scenario of where the child remains the same and the parent could be changing, or I want to just click on the parent based on the child name alone. That is the requirement. So let's see if our XPath works here. Okay, so where is it? So what I'm saying, the first step would be to identify the child alone. So let me copy the contains text. So if I go and spy it as well, you cannot do a direct spying. So what I can do is if I just come down, because this is as part of the drop down, right? So I'll just do a control of here and search manually if there is anything that says post, or what is this called, post a project. So post a project, right? You see here, right? The child is having this value. So let me try to write the XPath for this child alone first. What is the XPath? The text contains. Okay, I can put anything, right? Post or because I'm using the contains word, so not necessarily I have to give the complete word. There is a match form which is 1 of 1, right? Wherever you want to write, put it down. Okay, so you can even close this. Let me come here. There's a single match. So now I have my child match ready. So based on this child position, I want my script to go and click on this employer. So how do I write the XPath for that? Again, I use a double slash. I will say parent colon colon, because I'm saying go to your parent, right? Colon colon, and I also need to know the tag of the parent. What is the immediate tag of this parent? In this case, A is the child and the immediate parent is Li, right? So if I type parent colon colon Li, there should be a match. You see, right? Li is getting highlighted. Any questions, guys, so far? Let me see.
It's not that the UL is the parent, because
UL is the parent of the first. I mean, the immediate parent is Li, and the parent of Li is UL.
Okay.
All right. You're getting it right, guys. It's a case of like grandfather, father, and then child. So UL is, say, let's say UL is a grandfather, Li is the father, and A is the child. So if I want to go to the grandfather, I start with the child and then go back to the father, and from the father I go back to the grandfather.
Okay, now we are starting with the child, then we are looking for the parent, and then to the grandparent.
The ancestor, right?
Okay.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Yes, team, I'm recording the session, so don't have to worry. Okay.
But the previous session, the link shows, but there is no video in it.
I'll talk to Karthik. Give me after the
Okay.
session, right? Let me reach out to Karthik.
Okay, thank you.
All right, where was I? So I think we found the immediate parent, right? So far, I hope you guys are with me. So I found the immediate parent. Now I need to go to the parent on top of that, because if you see here, I'm trying to find this employees, right? So that is on top of that itself. So again, I need to do a double slash. And if I do an li, let me check my export again. Yeah, parent : ul, right? So where am I? So again, parent : li, I found a match, and then immediately I do another double slash. Parent, I'm saying : and then doing ul. So it's going to the previous parent now. From li, it has gone up to ul. Got it? And I still need to go further, because that particular employee's value is on top of that, right? If you see here, it's on top of that. So right, so again I need to do a parent slash li. So let me do this double slash parent : li. So now I reached the parent. You see, as you see, right, it's highlighting the employees tab. Got it, guys?
So what is the I class? If you just where it's written employers and the I class, what is this? It's not a parent?
No, that comes after the parent, right? So the text I'm looking for employers is under the tag li of a, right? So as soon as I found li, it is able to associate to employees. So what I can do is, now I have gone to the grandparent, right? As you see, it's highlighting the grandparent value. Here I can write my usual XPath. Say open close braces, the text equals, what is the text? Employers, right? So let me copy that. Okay, so I say I also need to mention the immediate tag, right? Slash a. So let me write it down first. So I'm in the grandparent position now. I need to come down to this a tag. So it has found the a tag now. Now I can write my actual. So now it has found the employees value. Does it make sense? Let me put it on a notepad. I understand, guys, this is a little bit complex, but yeah. So if you get the logic, it is much easier. So I'm starting with the
one more time. If you don't mind, can you repeat this? Like, just one more time, explain the same thing.
Okay. Let me go back to the starting point. I'm just saying, find the any element that matches with this text post A. It has found a match, right? From this position, I'm trying to go to this topmost parent and find the text that matches employers. That is my idea.
Start with
So
what
from
is
this position, sorry.
To start with, what is an A? A is like one of the drop downs of the employers.
Yeah, right. I'm in this position. I know this value now. Post a project.
Okay.
From this, I want the script to go and click on the employers link.
Okay.
Right. So it's not necessary this value keeps on the same. It could be changing tomorrow. So I'm saying from this position, go to the parent and click on that value.
Okay. Okay, so it's the first
right?
you
So
are finding
child.
the corresponding HTML code for that the drop down
Child.
menu,
Yes, yes, exactly.
which
The
contains
first
the
child.
project.
Yeah.
So you're finding that with a text of post A, or
Yes.
you
Right.
can say post a project, I guess. And then
Yeah. Anything.
from there you are going to the
Navigating to the parent and on top of the other parent, and within that main parent, I'm getting the text of the parent.
So why are you going so many times? Can you repeat that little slowly after this point?
Okay. Say I'm in this position, right? Now,
Right.
how can I go? I need to go to this parent, which is 2 layers above, isn't it?
Okay. Okay.
Because above I have the li tag, then again I have a ul tag. On top of ul tag, I have this li tag, isn't it?
Okay.
So I am asking my script to navigate in the reverse order in sequence. From the child, go to the immediate parent, or say in this example, the father. And once you found the father, go to the grandfather and get the name of the grandfather.
Okay. Okay.
Which is what I'm trying to do. So once I've written this down, I'm saying go to the immediate parent. So it's /parent : I need to tell what is the tag of that parent. So the parent tag is li, right?
Right.
So it's highlighting li now. Again, I'm saying go to the parent of li. So again, I do a /parent : ul.
Okay.
I'm saying again on top of this, go to the previous parent.
Which is A.
Parent : not A, li, right? A comes under li, right? If you see, right, A is not directly a parent. A is a subset of the parent li.
So after
Right?
UL, so for UL, what is the parent?
Yeah, li. Li is a parent, right? See, li, and then A tag is coming within that, and then after A tag is closed, you see that ul is ul is a direct. Yeah, A becomes a child of li. That's right.
So
A is a
can you finish that what you're writing? Let me see.
okay, sure. Right now, I have found the topmost parent, and I'm saying within this parent, get the text, matching text. So I'm just saying go to the next tag, which is A, right? So in this scale, the A is a child of li. So I'll just write /A. Either I can write /A, or I can even use the word child, I believe. Let me try that. Child : A. See, this also works.
Okay.
So
And then you have to say contains text after this, because we just found the node. We didn't find that element yet, right? We have to say contains text.
Contains, absolutely. Contains, absolutely. Yeah, contains, or not even contains. I know the actual text, right? So let me put text directly. Text equal to, what is the value? Employers. So just copy. Now it is found a match. It's highlighting the application.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But before you were doing, instead of that, I think you were doing, once you went to li parent, then you were saying directly, you were saying contains employees, right? Because there is only one employees under that, and that's what you were doing before.
Yes, absolutely. Since there is only one child directly, right? I can just mention the child alone. It will find the value also. That will also work.
So when it is going to li, what is it looking at in the page? I'm just curious, because see, basically from the drop down menu, we went backwards, right? When we went backwards, we went to li. Li is not, it was not employers. It was, so what was it referring to? Li?
It is a parent tag. It's not necessarily you have to see everything in the application. It's just a parent tag, which it is of type drop down. It's just a drop down.
Okay.
So it will highlight like this. Yeah. So within the drop down, I'm saying click on the element which has this value called employees.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
One doubt here. So here, like, I mean, like, say we are thinking like this employees is not there. So due to that one, like, we are going with the child and we are picking employees, right? So that's the case, like, this particular employees, it won't be here there, right? So how we will identify to get that one? Actually, we are using text here.
Okay, good question. So what I can do is let me delete this. So I will just tell my script, just pick whichever value is in the child. So I'm just saying go to the child and whatever value is there in the child, just pick that. So this will do the search for me. So you see, right? It's identifying the A. It will go and click on employees.
What was it? Can you repeat, Ramu, what you just said? What was the difference?
The question is, so I can use the contains text only if I know the employee's value, right? I don't know. Let's assume that is changing. It has become staff tomorrow.
Right.
But I want the script to go and click on this value, whether it's staff or employees. I want my script to go and click on that particular link or drop down. So I will just say, just go and click on the first child. I'm saying parent li / child of A1. Just go and click on this. Do a click. It doesn't matter what is the name.
Okay. So there is only one child under that, like, you know, for this, I know that employers is keep changing that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's the first child. So I'm saying click on the first child.
Has only one.
Yeah. That is the reason. So if there are multiple childs, then we can pick whatever values there, whatever numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So let me see if there's any other example. Okay. Yeah. Let's see a child. Maybe this will make it more clear. So this is
in that document what you wrote and that example also, because we went through that. If you can put that and that little bit explanation about this particular employers and create, you know, so it will, we can connect if you are referring later tomorrow.
Position child element post the project. I would almost parent drop down. Okay. Sorry.
And this was on QA.com, right? Maybe.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
What I'm saying, this the example we looked was on QA.com.
Yeah, I have mentioned the location as well. Yeah.
Okay.
AUT stands for application under test.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Any other questions?
Ramu, can you please explain it one more time? This one.
Okay. Sure. Let's see the next example. It is a. Could you go on mute, Arti, please? Okay. So I'll just explain the next example. It is in the same lines, right? It's just that I'm trying to click on the child based on the position of the parent, right? So let's go to the application and let me understand what I'm trying to do here. And so if I paste this value, there is a match. Okay, what is the match? All right. So let's assume I know this parent freelances. I want my script to go and click on the second child, create profile. Okay, not necessary. I need to know this value. This could be something like create a profile, create a resume, create a role, whatever. But I want my, I tell my script, I know the drop down name is freelancers. So click on this drop down and go inside and click on the second child, whatever be the name or value. Okay. So for that, my first prerequisite is to I need to know what is the property of this drop down. So if I do a spy, it says right, it's a free menu freelancer drop down. So let me try to I'll write it down. I think already written it down, right? So let me copy this. Okay. Yeah. So this is the property, right? I'm just saying, irrespective of the tag name, if the class value is free menu freelancer drop down, identify that, and I see that there is only one match. So I have identified my base element now. From this position, I want my script to go and click on the second child. So if you read the element, you can see that there's a tag freelancer, that is the name of this actual parent, and within that li I have ul, right? You can see there's a ul class, and within this ul there are two lis. So the first li is for the find projects that you see here, that is the first child, and then I have another child for the second value, which is create a profile, which you see. So under the parent subparent li there are two values, find projects, create profile. I would like to click on the create profile. So now that I have found the main parent, I'm saying my script within this parent, go down and click on the second child. So I'll just do a double slash, and then where am I? Like freelancer, okay. Child, okay, yeah. So the next child will be ul. Where is ul? Let me confirm where is ul. Okay, from li, I'm trying to click on this first child ul. So let me type child : ul. There's a match. So now it has gone to the, or let's say I have started from the grandfather. I have found the father tag now. Within the father tag, yeah.
Sorry to disturb you. There is an A tag also there, right? But we are not bothered about it. I know that right after li, the
Because
freelancer.
that is but that is a subset of the grandfather tag. It really doesn't affect my flow.
Okay.
Let's say he's like the brother of the.
Just to be curious, I know it's not there in our path, but what is there in that?
Just the text or name of that parent tag, the name of that element. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So it really doesn't matter to me, right? I know the other property. I mean, I can also find using this text, but since the class is unique, I'm just identifying using the class alone.
Okay.
So I have found the say the grandfather element now, and from there I have gone down to the first father, and within the first father, I can see there are two childs. I want to click on the second child. So let me again put a double slash, child of 2. What am I missing here? Let me see my.
Maybe you need li.
Okay. Li, right? Sorry, since it's a direct child, I can use li as well. Yeah, li of 2. So what if I type? Let me see. Yeah, that is also working. And anything, it's both are accepting. So li of so if I give 1, it will find the first child. If I give li of 2, it will find the second child. So if I show this, it will. But it seems it's a direct child, right? It's not even asking for the child. So if I remove that also, it seems to be working. Yeah.
So
it's just ui slash li of 2, right? Yeah.
Child again. Sorry, say that again. For the second element, why you are not using child syntax?
It's a direct child, right? So the syntax is allowing the tag name itself directly. Whether you type, you can also type the tag name. Without the tag name also, it's accepting, since it's a direct child. Because there is no other intermediate tag in between, right? Directly under ul, I'm getting these two tags. So script is accepting directly li of 2 also.
Okay.
Even if you write child also, it's working. Either way is fine.
Okay.
It's just the way how we write it. So this is also fine, or even this is also fine. Just for understanding, we are.
If you can update the document with all these examples which we went through, that would help us when we are looking, I guess.
Yeah, whatever I'm showing you is in the document only. Whatever I've shown you, right? Everything is from the document.
That means we are finding two different ways to find, right? If you can put those also, like not right now, but after the class, if you can update, then just
yeah. Let me do it. Yeah, anything is fine. So where am I? Let me copy from the application. LA of 2. Okay, so child. Sorry, I said I want to remove the child, right? Give me a minute. Okay, li. Yeah, now it's finding image. Okay. All right, class. So it's pretty much the same thing. Just that.
What you have is the same thing. I think the next one needs to be other example.
Okay, then let me change it here. Let me try ul slash child colon. Yeah. Okay.
One doubt here.
Okay.
So here that UL also like we can put directly, or like can you just?
A good question. Let me try that as well. I think it should work, since if it's a direct child, I don't see any problem. So let me try it. If you're using a directly, I don't think you need a double slash. I think that is one change you need to do. Yeah, just remove the double slash if you're giving the child directly. That is the only change.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
So we can use just instead of double slash.
Yeah.
Just using
So
a single slash also it's taking. And we
taking,
don't need
right.
to say child at all.
Child, yeah. The reason I use this, I wanted you guys to get a
There is
flow.
only this child. If there is two childs, we have to be specific, I guess, right?
You just mention the number, whichever the first child means of one or second or third. So that.
Okay.
Okay. But till the time you are confident with this, keep using the word child so that you get to know the flow.
Right.
If you remove that value, it becomes a bit complex. You don't know where are you referring to. So try to use the word child, parent.
Right.
All right. Okay, guys. And the next one is ancestor. We don't use this much usually. I mean, you can know, but generally I don't see this being used very much. It's just that I'm saying from that position, find all the ancestors. So in this case, I'm trying to go into a specific text, I believe. Is there anything starting with so I'm saying I know the text of this particular element. Just give me all the parents from this position. Now the father, grandfather, etc. So whichever are higher in hierarchy, I just need all those elements. In those cases, I can use this ancestor tag. So let me just copy it. I'm just saying I'm identifying my immediate element first. It could be anything. So in this case, I'm just saying the matching text should start with the word with or whatever production, anything. So from here, I'm saying get me all the ancestors. So again, it just do a double slash ancestor colon. I think that should be good. Okay, and all the ancestors tags are of div, I believe. So let me spy the element and show you. So if you see for this p element, there are all the ancestors are of type div class. There are so many parents. There's a div, and then on top of this there's one more div, and then on top of that there is one more div. So I'm just saying for this child, get me all the ancestors, and there are 10 matches. So we don't use this much, right? Because our requirement should be usually we go to the immediate parent or the next child or sibling, right? So there won't be a necessity to use this, but you can just know. It just gives you a list of all ancestors, and you can go to any specific ancestor. So colon. Since I know the name, I'll just say div one. Say div, it will pick the first ancestor, second, and so on. All right. So just for you can just know this, guys, but I wouldn't suggest to spend too much time on this. So these are more important: following parent, child, following sibling. All right, give me a minute, guys. I need my charger. Okay. Right, and then this is the last one. So I think this is the most complex of all. So here I try to combine both the parent and the sibling. So it's very critical that you understand the hierarchy of the element before we can do this parent following sibling. Okay, so let me go to the example anyod.com, right? Anyod.com. Okay, again I'm trying to take the simplest of examples. So from the futures, which is the parent, I believe, I'm going to and finding another text. Okay, I'm in the assume I know the futures tag or any tag. I want the script to go and click on this the next tag, which is about anyod, and both these are under different parents. They are not siblings. So that is the challenge. Okay. Now, as you see here, right, this is the A tag which is having the futures, and this A tag is a child of Li. And similarly, there is another parent called Li, and under that Li there is another child called Arf. So these two values are not direct siblings, right? From this value, I need to come out of this parent and then go to the next sibling, and within the sibling, I need to go to the child and get the value. It makes sense. I'm saying from child one, say let's say there are two parents, two childs. From child one, go back to parent one. From parent one, go back to the next parent or sibling, and within the second parent, go to the child and click on that value. So for my first request point is I need to come to this value, right? I need to find that value. So let me type that // I don't I'm not bothered about the tag, so // star text equals, what is this, futures. Okay, now I have found that immediate value. From this I want my script to go back to one level upper, which is to Li. So parent : Li. I have gone to the previous value. Are you guys with me till here? From the child I have gone to the parent. From the parent I want to go to the sibling of this parent. From this Li I want to go to the next Li. So I'm saying following sibling. It's a sibling, right? Following sibling :
Ramu, can you show the HTML little up? I just want to see the what you are referring another like.
Okay. See, there are two siblings, and within the siblings there are two separate text. The first sibling has a text called futures, and the second sibling has a text called about anyod. Can you see?
So I understood until the parent Li.
Okay.
That I'll ask you.
Okay. So I have come up to the parent right now.
Right.
If you see, these parents are all siblings under this UL tag. UL is the main parent. Under that there are multiple siblings.
Right.
Li1, Li2, right? Now I started with it directly, one of the childs directly. I started with futures.
Right.
I found futures. I went to the immediate parent of those futures, which is this Li.
Right.
From this Li, I want to go to the next sibling. That is Li2.
Okay.
I can go to any sibling. I'm going to the following sibling.
Following means like right
next
before
one, next
or right
after the next brother or sister, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm going to the next immediate sibling, and within the sibling, I'm saying get me the matching text or link. So in this case, what am I trying? Let me see my script. I'm saying just give me the next matching tag. So I just do / either you can put child : A or / A directly. So the script will immediately come to this value now. Now I'm in the about anyod text. Either I can get the text or I can do a click or what. So I started with the child, I went to the parent, and from that parent I went to the sibling, and within I went to the child of the sibling and doing a action on the child. Okay, so maybe if I want to, how do I grandparent, let me try this. Okay.
One doubt here. So where we will use double slash and where use single slash. Here you are using for child's single slash. So which one you have to use double slash and where we have to use the single slash?
Oh, 1 minute. Parent 1. Parent 2. Child 2. So basically this is what I'm trying to do. I'm starting at this position. From this position I'm going to the parent, and from this parent I'm coming to his brother or sibling, and within the sibling I'm clicking on the child. That is what I'm trying to do here. Is this flow clear?
No, so why do you have to go up? Why couldn't you come down then simply?
Okay, so from this child 1, how do I directly go to the next parent? These two are siblings, right? So if you see here,
okay,
I am within the innermost value. I am within the least, the last child. From this, I want to go to the next parent tag, right? So from here, I need to come out of this and go to my parent. From that parent, I can go to his sibling. It is not possible directly to jump from an innermost child to an outermost parent. You get me? So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, from here, you directly cannot come to this child to directly. It has to come out of this loop, go to the previous loop, and find that corresponding pair of that parent, and within that parent, I can go to the child.
Right. So basically, what you're saying is they have to be on the same level in order to get to the other level. Like, if you want to speak to parent 2, you have to get to the level of his first on parent 1,
right?
And then
Exactly.
and then let those two levels talk to each other, and then it will allow you to come down to the child.
From this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Exactly.
Could I ask a
Okay.
quick question? I mean, what
And
is
someone
the
is asking, when do you use a double slash, right? So if you're using the word, you're breaking. Could you come again?
I was just quickly asking. I'm
Hello?
sorry if I interrupted. Hello, did I interrupt it? Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't get your question.
Right. I didn't want to interrupt, but I would just want to know this color coding, any mean of it. Can we use this color coding for any purpose? Like classes are all same color. Herf is the same color of class, and then A and li they are tagged. I understand that, but then there are some other color coding. Is there any meaning to that?
No, it's inbuilt, right? It's purely the developer how he is clicking the color coding. It has nothing to do with this.
So there is no rule of any label of like class and herf are the same, or A and li is a tag.
Okay, so the whatever you're seeing in orange is the attribute. The class, href, all the attributes are in orange.
Okay, that's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Tag is in pink and the text is in black. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So those are attributes in class. Okay.
Yeah. Tag, attributes, and value. All right. So let me copy this and put it as well. Okay. Someone is asking, where do we use double slash and single slash, right? I don't think there is any specific rule, guys. So if you're using even both seems to be working. So let me try this. So this is having a single slash. Let me see if it works. Okay, there's a match. Now let me make this a double slash. Both are working, yes, both are working. So I think as long as you have got the element syntax right, I don't think slash is a problem. But just use consistently whatever you're using, right? If you're using double slash, use double. If you're using single, just use single. It's just that you need to get the flow right. That is what it matters.
Okay.
And Ramod, if you don't mind, can you put it in words like what we are you're doing here, just so
okay.
like.
Right.
But again, later maybe you don't need to do it now. Later.
That's fine. We will do it right, so that we
Yeah.
will close it here on what is this? Futures. Right. Okay. Yes, guys. Okay. I think that is what I wanted to convey. Pretty much it. So I think if you guys master these attributes and XPaths, right? I think you're good with the XPath. You should be able to automate any application, any scenario, anywhere. These are the most common used XPaths that I've been using at least, and I really didn't need to use any other XPath as such or any other tag or so.
So
just work on this. Yeah.
So when we put this in action on the code in Java code, will we see the GUI, or it will just all run in the background and it will show the result? Or we will see
it will show the GUI. I mean, let's try to run
one. It
one
will
maybe.
show the mouse clicking and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Definitely. That is the whole idea, right? So the reason.
Right, I was playing with that and I didn't see the mouse moving, but the script passed for some reason. I don't know why. So I thought probably just in the background.
So let's try one. So where am I? Let me copy one of these XPaths. Okay. Now this is what is the site anyot.com, right? So anyot.com, and let me delete all these. Find element by dot XPath. Let's put it. Yeah, sorry, was there a question?
I was just asking that, is this a very common syntax, just find element by XPath and just, or there is some other?
This is the most common. We have others as well. So we have a find element by ID, by dot. If you see, right, I have a class name, CSS selector ID, link test. But the feature of XPath is you use all of these within an XPath. You can use a name tag within XPath, the link text ID, everything. It's like we almost in all these tags within the XPath itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can play around with it, guys. You can just identify a class name. So let me show an example. Is there any ID within this application? ID.
Yeah, I didn't see any ID.
Okay, let me take maybe YouTube. The search bar will be that should have an ID. Inspect. Right. So this is having an ID, right? So I can just go to copy this. Let's say find by.id. Do dot click or driver dot find element by dot say class name. Let me see if there is a class name. Class name is not there, but I can find a name, right? So I can use this name attribute. So instead of class name, let me call this class name driver dot find element by dot name. Just pass the value. So it should work. So as long as it's unique, it will work. Anything. So similarly, we have link text, partial link text. Say if there's any link, right? Is there a sign in link? I think I need to sign out this. Sign out. I think this could be a link. Let me see. Oh, it's not a link. It's an but I have an ID, right? So you can use an ID. So whatever path, if you're able to find a unique path, I think you can use those things. Yeah.
But it will have multiple values, right? This ID here.
Yeah. So in that case, you need to find the unique element. The text will be unique, right? So you can use the text and the ID, or the text alone, or the class ID and text. So you need to filter down so that you have one matching result. Yes, you're right. Definitely the ID of multiple. If we write it down, we'll see ID equals text. Yeah, there are 38 elements. So you need to maybe add the text or unique. So this is exactly why I go for. I don't have these issues. Text must always be unique, easily, rather than other attributes. All right. I hope I answered your question. Okay. Now let's try to run this. So I'm going yacht, and then I'm just based on the futures position, I'm trying to click on any yacht. So let's see whether it has clicked on it about any yacht. Right? It
I
has
don't
come down.
see your
So if you
eclipse.
see, I'm not. Yeah.
I'm not able to see your eclipse.
So could you repeat that?
So I
You're
didn't
not
see
able to see
your
my eclipse? No, because I'm. Okay. Do you want me to run it again?
Yeah.
Okay. So so I'm just passing the URL for the application, and I'm asking my script to click on about any yacht based on the position of futures. That's it. So let's try to change this. Okay, I'm saying based on the position of pricing, click on FAQs. Let's see if that works. So let me just spy this and copy the text. Oh, okay, this is application pricing. Okay, I'll just copy this name alone. Pricing, where is pricing? Okay. So I'm saying based on this position of pricing, click on the next following text of the next following sibling, which is FAQs, right? So I'll just copy that as well. Okay. FAQs. I don't even need to give this value, but let's try both FAQs. I hope I got that spelling correct. The spelling is very important, guys. If you miss the spelling, it's not going to work. So just to ensure that you do have an exact match. FAQs, yeah, FAQ, smallest. Let's run this. So based on the position of pricing, the script should click on FAQs. Yeah. Now let me remove this FAQs. Let's see if it's directly able to click based on the position. I'll just copy this. Okay. Okay, I need to sign it. Give me a minute. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Now let me try to remove this FAQs. Let's assume I don't know what is the next sibling name. So I will just remove these values and I will just ask it to click on that value directly. Or I can just do this. Okay, so I don't know what is the name of the sibling. I'm just saying, I'll just click on the first child within the sibling. So let's see whether this works. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's able to pick as well. So as long as you have a static element available, you can play around with it and click on any of the parent or child or the next child or the sibling or whatever. All you need is a single static element. All right. Okay, it's been a pretty long session. Any other questions?
Can you just explain the previous one that I asked, the YouTube one? So actually, I tried several with company and it's not working.
Okay, let's go back there. Let's go back. Okay. Is it okay, team, if I extend by another 10 minutes? It's already 8. So one of us.
So Ramo, you are using those parent-child relationship to identify all the links and the all other sublinks to test. Is it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Because
Okay.
many times, right, the application will be dynamic. So for example, in this page, IT learn is the only static text, right? And everything else around it could be changing. This video will change tomorrow. Some other video will change. So I will tell my script. I know I have a static value called IT learn. Based on that position, please go and click on the second video or the third video or the fifth video, whatever. So,
Gotcha.
so we can keep on increasing the complexity based on the requirement. All right. So okay. Now I need to click on this link, right, which is what I'm trying to do. Let's spy this and try to understand the properties first. It is of input tag YT format string. It is having an ID, probably that is having multiple matches. It has a class and it has a text. All right. So let me see what is that relative XPath here. Okay, it seems to be following the parent-child relationship. Oh my God, it's pretty big. So I wouldn't prefer to use this. It's complex. Let me try to write my own. As always, I will prefer to go for the text. So / star text equals. Okay. If I paste this, do I get a match? Okay, I'm getting multiple matches. Let me try to add the tag name. Okay. So I have my tag name as well. So hopefully it should filter the number of results. Okay, now it has come down to 2. So there are 2 matches. But still I need to make it 1, right? Otherwise it is going to fail. So let me try to add maybe one more attribute. Let me try to add this class name. That is the only other attribute available to me. Okay, class. So it's both are within the same tag. Okay, so I can just do open close brace class equals. Let's try this. Yeah, it's coming. So since it is within the same tag name, right? I'm just mentioning it only once. I don't need it to mention 2 times. If I want to write this using and, let me try that as well. That is what we were trying earlier, right? And then work out. So let me try again. So before the closing type, I'm adding a word called and I'll just mention the same attribute. Okay, I have my first tag and I'm just combining it with my additional tag. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, it's finding a match.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So just ensure the syntax is correct now. That is the only thing. Just play around, try get the syntax correct, and definitely it will work.
Instead of a crow path, can you check it on Control F and do this?
Yeah,
it will highlight it, right? It will just highlight it, right?
Definitely. So Control F. Let me copy this. Yeah, I see only one match. Yeah. So.
Yeah. If it were multiple, it will just show on the side. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yes. 2 or 3 or whatever. So
yeah,
let me remove this. I think the earlier it was having 2 matches. So now we see there are 2 matches, 1 of 2.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. It's been a very long session. Sorry about that. Any other questions?
Ranu, this is Aarti.
Yeah.
Can you please share the folder, the document?
Yes, Aarti. I'll ping in the group now.
Oh, thank you so much. Bye.
All right, guys. Anything else, guys? So please work on these experts, right? So unless you spend work time on this, right, keep on practicing different attributes. It's going to be difficult. So please spend some time, keep exploring, keep trying different experts. And as I said, unless you get this one match, don't go to your Eclipse. So this is the very first criteria. You need to get that single match, whatever you are trying. So either you can do this way, or if you feel crow path is comfortable, you can put it here and search. But always there should be a single match before you go on to Eclipse. All right. Thanks, guys. That's it from my side. Yeah, and probably I think Karthik should be available tomorrow or maybe on Monday. He'll be back, and we'll continue sessions. Thank you. Thanks.